Welcome back. Jennifer here, your favorite speech therapist that is helping you become an amazing caregiver. Today we are cracking the code on a swallowing exercise to increase the strength in the tongue and reduce food from getting stuck in the throat. So if your loved one has ever been diagnosed with dysphagia or swallowing problems, then they're probably going to benefit from exercises to work on strengthening muscles in the mouth and throat to make swallowing safer. Today I want to show you how to do an exercise called the Effortful Swallow. Now the Effortful Swallow is used to help someone protect the airway and reduce the amount of leftover food from getting stuck in the throat after you swallow. So to do this, you have to just learn how to swallow very hard by squeezing the muscles in the mouth and throat so that they can get stronger. Because when the muscles get strong, then they can do their part in pushing, lifting, and squeezing whatever they need to do in order to get the food down the hatch. To do this exercise, all you need is your own saliva or a little bit of water. When I teach this, I really like to have people do it using only their saliva and then using the water in between the exercise to keep the mouth moist. But I have a lot of patients that just have trouble swallowing just their spit. So if you need to use a small sip of water, feel free to do that too. I'll show you how to do it both ways. So first let me show you and tell you how to do it using just your spit. So in order to do this, you've kind of got to gather up the saliva in your mouth and get ready to swallow. Then, as you swallow, you want to work on squeezing very hard with your tongue and your throat muscles as you swallow. So my favorite visual to use with my patients is to have them pretend like they're trying to swallow down a golf ball. Or maybe if that doesn't work, tell them to try swallowing a big pill whole without using water. When you're doing this, you should be able to feel the muscles in your throat each time you swallow. It'll look something like this. So you can kind of almost feel the tongue kind of bulk up a little bit, and then you just squeeze really hard when that spit goes down your throat. I'll show you again using a sip of water. Okay. Now, if you are doing this with water, I want to caution you because you really only want to take a tiny sip at a time. So, like just sipping from a cup of hot coffee, say. Then you squeeze hard, again using your tongue and your throat muscles as you swallow it down. If you take too big of a sip of water, then it's going to be really hard to try to squeeze everything as you swallow it down because there's a lot of things going on, and it might actually become a little bit dangerous. So, as small of a sip as possible. Now, if you have a loved one that's doing this exercise with water and you notice that as they're doing this, they cough a lot after they're swallowing, then it may be best just to maybe put some water in a spray bottle and just spray the inside of their mouth. You just want to moisten their mouth and then let them use that because it's going to include more of their saliva and see if that doesn't help when they're trying to do this exercise. After the exercise, you may feel that your throat gets a little agitated, but that's okay because it just means that the muscles were getting a workout, and that's exactly what you're trying to do with this exercise. Now, generally, I recommend completing this exercise 10 times in a row, then resting for a minute or so, and then completing another set 2 more times. So you're going to do a total of 30 reps. This may change though, depending on the patient or what they have going on. So caregivers, like with any of my swallowing exercise training videos, each exercise is not a one-size-fits-all approach. It's going to be specific to the type of problem your loved one is having. So be sure to talk to a speech therapist before diving in and see what their recommendations are on how many they want you to do. I'll be back to show you all some more great swallowing exercises soon. Until then, catch up on some of my other great videos. Thanks for watching, and until next time, good luck cracking the code.